on this. So let's go here. Of course, you will see all the sprint here. This is the filtering, the view options, work items, planning, work details, and the filtering. You can do the filtering here once you add this, and you can see the settings of this, like what you want to see. Look at this. What day we start the sprint? You can identify here. What day do you actually, how many days we work? We can identify all of this on this. So sprint related settings, you can be here. This is the full screen. Column option is how many column you want to see. To do, done. You can make the changes, the name. You see this? Add the new column. Currently, we cannot do this in the Agile ALM, right? So this kind of thing, the flexibility in each of the tool. Why? Because not every team is interested the way you are doing things, right? They want to do how they want. And that's the reason the flexibility come to the your end goal. Because to do the end goal, because you need to, your team has to use this. So this column option is pretty good. To do, right? If you want to use the new test, I'm just adding one, save and close. You see this? Make more meaningful. Right? Doing user is working on it now. Done. The development team member has done. So this can see, our tool does not have it. So each of the tool you see, they provide the different, like the flexibility just to, so that the development team member can use and they can be happy and they can be productive. The backlog is the same. The thing different is analytics is here. We do not have it yet. Capacity is the different here. So understand the capacity. So if on this project, if we have a 10 team member, all the team member will be displaying here. And you can see how many days you are off. Okay. This is individual team member, day off in this sprint. As an example, you will be working in the 2 weeks sprint, you'll be working in 1 sprint, then you are leaving from the Cancun for another sprint, right? For another week. You just put the 5 days. So you are 5 days off. Okay. And that's the individual team member day off. The second one is team days off. Christmas, Thanksgiving. So those the team member, the whole team is off.
It's like a regular holiday.
Yes. Or the whole team is going to the volunteer, right? Outside work. They're not working here. Those are the team day off. Now the question is why these things are important. Remember, in every member is getting the 80 hours, right? So the collectively, if 10 people is working, the whole 2 weeks, we have the 800 hours for the whole team. So we need to see the value. After the 800 hours, company pays the 10 team member, correct? So this capacity helps you to allocate the work for you. Example, Fozia only spending 2 hours daily on this project, correct? So she is only 20 hours for the whole project. So it means you cannot give her a lot of work because she is working on the different project. Farhana is working 4 hours on this project. So you have to give the estimation 4 hours. So how you will see the impact? Her, the burn down means her the whole hours will be reduced based on the 20 hours, not based on the 80 hours. Okay, that's actually this capacity goes with your actually the burn down chart. Burn down chart means you committed 80 hours, okay, and but only one user story. One user story does not take 80 hours, or maybe then this user story has to be reduced. So the burn down helps. What do you do? If you do tomorrow like the test case, 5 hours, you have to. So from 80 to 5 hours reduce. Day after tomorrow, you did the test data, 8 hours. So from 75 to 8 hours will be reduced, 67. So that's how the burn down means. From total hours to your consume hours will be reduced and the remaining hours will be displaying in your chart. That's the burn down. How do this happen? Through the capacity. So there is a team member, the burn down chart, and there is a whole team burn down chart. That's the way how the product owner knows what is going on. Okay. So the team member day off, the team day off. And this is where you will actually categorize who does what. Remember? Deployment means the cloud ops engineer and the design architect. If someone in your team, development is the front end or the back end of the mobile app. Documentation can be the QA or can be the business analyst or the technical writer. And the requirements, that's definitely a business analyst or the product owner testing the QA. So you have to give the team member has to have the activities and the capacity per day. As I said, you cannot cross more than 8 hours. Okay. Remember we talked about in a business hours, very less team member can work 8 hours in a row because we are in the meeting 3 to 4 hours or maybe 2 hours. So the way that if you are exceptional, you are a lot of meeting and you have only 2 hours a day, you put the 2 hours. So 10 days, 20 hours only work. Remaining 5 hours, you are meeting. And another is if the team decide, well, as for the product owner knows, most of the team member is every day 2.5 hours they have a meeting. So for the team wise, you give everybody 5 hours. Your working hours is 5 hours. Remaining 3 hours your meeting. So that's your capacity. Regardless, after you put the capacity, you can actually add more activity. Look at this. You can add more activities. So someday you are testing. Another day you are documenting. The testing is 5 hours. This is 4 hours. And save it. And I am 0 days off. But I am actually off from tomorrow and I'll be back on actually the Monday. So I'm 3 days off. And sprint start from today. Sprint start from today, as an example. From today, it will be ending 15. Yep. So then your sprint started. You see this? Sprint started. You can make the changes. You can make the changes as you want, like the Agile ALM, right? The same thing. But let's go back again here. Backlog. Boards. Okay, that's like the regular board we see on the Agile ALM. Sprint and the capacity again. So more team member you have to add, and you have to add their capacity like this. And you have to add more, you can add remove user from here. So that's part of your actually the onboarding process. And you can change the activities here. So now if you go in this sprint, right? So go to the board and you can do the same thing here. The similar process. Look at this. The first sprint. It is already there. Correct? If you go sprint here, is there any? Let's look at this. Backlog and task board. There is one. What user study is here? You can create test doc prep. This is mine, and I add your. It's the one, and I create this, and I put the hours, how long I will take. I'm doing in the documentation, and then remaining work is whatever is remaining work. You have to say the same thing. All the details are the same. See this? All the remaining are you can add a link here as well. Look at this different place. That's the link. That's the history. That's the attachment. Everything is same. And you can do the settings here as well. If you want to subscribe means you are actually, if some of the user story is very high priority, as a product owner, you can subscribe. What will happen? If somebody make the changes, you will get the notification right away on your email. So you can see, oh, this has been changed. So that's the subscription you can do. And here is, like you can move to a team project, you can change the type, you can create this as create a copy of these work items, you can email this work item to somebody else, you can delete this, you can create a template of this, like the user story, all of this here. You can customize it as well. So this are the like a functionality these tools provide. Again, tools are the same, it's just how they want to provide the thing. You can create the workflow here as well. Make sense? But again, the goal is the tools are the similar, but they provide the different functionality.
Is it connected to the Agile ALM?
No. So you're done. Process is the same. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Look at this. So they do the different way. In our case, we have like this scroll. I think this is better, right?
Yeah.
So people can see it, right? So we should do the same way. Because our is scroll. Scroll is like something is buried, something is visible. So look at this. You do it, get it done, get it done. When you do this, it's done. You see this right away doing. You do automated, right? Doing. When you move it, it's done. Move all of this, move all of this, move all of this, move all of this. And then you'll be closing this user story. Done. So then color is changed. See the same process of the same. You can do the analytics here. Look at this. Your analytics is back. So in this one, look at this. This is the one is important. You can see the task backlog. You can do the issues backlog. Issues backlog means user story. Task backlog means the under the user story all the tasks. And sum of the remaining. Here is sum of the complete, sum of completed means what is done. Based on the task backlog, some is remaining. What task is not completed. So we are going to add all of this in the Agile ALM so that it helps individual team member and the product owner. And you can see the show non-working business days as well if you want. Non-working means the Saturday, Sunday, Thanksgiving.
Oh.
Make sense? Okay. So let's see. Okay. And you can actually start date and date that you want to filter. Then you can see everything looks good here so far. Remaining 0. Started. Starting from here until here. Makes sense? If you want to reset it, you can reset this as well. So that's the analytics come. Remember the burn down 10, I said that? That's what happened. So capacity is based on the hour you are going to put in. And capacity has also the capacity feature has the development or what type of activity, how many hours, and the individual capacity by hours and the team capacity by hours. Team means the whole, the sprint work items is our capacity, means the commitment. Dashboard is this, the one we showed. There is no, if you want to collapse, then you will not see anymore. Expand, you will see everything. Again, this is the task. You can make the changes here through the settings, right? You can filter here as well if you want. Look at this. Issues, you can only see the issues. Task, you can see all the tasks. Nothing is here now. Assigned to me, you can see. Nothing is here because all is done. So let's clean up issues here. Assigned to me, nothing. Do you know why? Because here. Expand, let's expand it. Clear, clear, open it, because I did not put anybody's name. That's the reason it was not showing. So once you submit it, now you can actually do the, look at this, it shows my name. So this kind of filtering you need tremendously to identify the team member work before you come to the any like the sync up call.
Review meeting.
Yes, review meeting or the done meeting. Done means how many things has been accomplished, how many things has been not accomplished. That's the way. So this filtering is actually for everybody done. So it will show all the done, it is done. And tagging means if you are tagging a specific area, this is the specific project, and you can find out the parents, means if this user story has actually the parents, like the features or the epic included. So these are all the same thing. Am I right? Some of the features are not included in the Agile ALM. They have it. One of the feature is capacity. So if you guys want to write the feature for the capacity, you guys can write down the capacity. Because capacity helps for the team wise and the team member wise based on the sprint planning. And then you can see here when it is starting date, when it is ending date, how many days is remaining, 10 days. And you can actually search everything here as well. You can do that's how it works. What is this? This is like the work items. You can add favorite. You can see all this at the add favorite items. So this is exactly another tool, another project management tool to implement the Scrum. If you go, I don't need to go about them, right? Backlog, you guys are good. Sprint, work items, you guys are good. Nothing to show. Board is good. The important things you can find out again, project descriptions in the board, in the work items, number of people, they are all same. Make sense?